Hello students, in today's class we are going to start the first chapter prescribed in your text, that is The Gentleman of the Jungle, written by Jomo Kenyatta. Though the spelling is Jomu, but we pronounce it as Jomo Kenyatta. Before going to the text, let me give you some introduction about the author. Jomo Kenyatta was an African political leader, first president of Kenya, a Kikuyu. He was one of the earliest and best known African nationalist leaders. As secretary of his tribal association, he campaigned for land reform and African political rights. So, Jomo Kenyatta is the author of The Gentleman of the Jungle. And he was an African political leader. Though he is a writer, he is an author, but still he was an African political leader, and he was the first president of Kenya. And he belongs to the tribe called Kikuyu. Kikuyu is nothing but a tribe in Kenya. He was one of the earliest and best known African nationalist leaders. See, he was the best known leader, national leader. He was a best known political leader in Kenya. And he also served as a secretary to his tribal association. See, I said he belongs to the tribe called Kikuyu. Okay, he served as a secretary to the tribal association, and he also campaigned for land reform and African political rights. See, he campaigned for land reform movements in Africa. See, this is a small introduction of the author. Okay. In The Gentleman of the Jungle, we have the theme of greed, corruption, trust, self-importance and rebellion. The man in the story symbolizes the individual African who were affected by the brutality and corruption of the European colonizers. Dear students, The Gentleman of the Jungle, it is a very beautiful short story, but it is also a fable. What do you mean by fable? Fable is nothing but, fable is a short story which teaches us a moral lesson using animals as the major character. See, I hope, for example, Panchatantra, I hope you all have seen Panchatantra. See, in Panchatantra, the story is narrated using the animal as the main character, major character, isn't it? See, in this lesson also, we come across the same situation, and we find animals play the major role in the lesson. And in this lesson is considered also as allegory. What do you mean by allegory? It might be a new term for you all. Yes, what do you mean by allegory? See, allegory is nothing but, allegory is a story that can be interpreted to the hidden meaning in it. See, it has two meanings. One is primary meaning and the another one is secondary meaning. Okay, having two meanings, primary meaning and secondary meaning is known as allegory. It has hidden meaning in it because the entire story revolves around some circumstances, but the hidden meaning in the lesson will be something else. Okay, see here, the animals in the lesson, the animals symbolizes the European colonizers. Okay, this is the primary meaning actually, and the secondary meaning is the thing how the story is narrated in the story. See, I said animals symbolizes the European colonizers in the story, and the man is also an important character in the lesson. The man symbolizes the African individuals. What are the sufferings man faced? See, here in the story we find animals at one side and man in the other side. Don't get confused here. See, animals in the one side and man in the another side. As I said, animals symbolizes European colonizers and man symbolizes the individual Africans, and what are the sufferings they undergone in the lesson. Okay, we shall go into the text now. I hope you have your text in front of you. In the late 19th century, the chief European powers divided Africa among themselves. They could do this because European were superior, and because the African chief did not understand the meaning of the treaties they were asked to sign. As a result, Africans lost the lands they had traditionally lived on and cultivated. Their attitude toward European expansion is made clear in the following fable, which reflects the attitude of the Kikuyu people of Kenya towards European laws and commissions. Okay, see, this incident takes place during 19th century. Okay, see, in the late 19th century, during 19th century, the chief European powers, what they did is, they divided Africans among themselves. European powers, what they did is, they entered to Africa, and what they did is, they divided Africans among themselves. And then, they could do this because European arms were superior, and because the African chiefs did not understand the meaning of the treaties they were asked to sign. See, European powers, they were superior than African people. So what they did is, in some circumstances what happened is, European powers, European arms, they asked African leaders to sign for a treaty. What they did is, Africans, without knowing the matter, what they did is, they signed for the treaty. Because of this, they could do this. Because of this, the European powers, what they did is, they divided Africans among themselves. And then, what was the result? What happened is, as a result, Africans lost their lands they had traditionally lived on and cultivated. See, African leaders, without knowing the purpose of the treaty which they were asked to sign, they blindly signed for the treaty. And what happened is, Africans lost their land which they lived on cultivated. Cultivation land. See, see, in India, the people, they lived on agriculture, isn't it? Yes, in Africa, the people, they lost their land, traditionally lived on cultivated. Their attitude towards European expansion is made clear in the following fable. See, in the story, it is clear that they have shown clearly that what the Kenya people did, what the Kikuyu people did, how they took rebellion against European powers. This is said in the fable. See, in the story, the story reflects the attitude of the Kikuyu people of Kenya towards European laws and commissions. See, this is the background of the story. Actually, this is the primary meaning of the story. But in the story, it is explained using the animals as the major characters and with the man. Once upon a time, an elephant made a friendship with a man. One day, a heavy thunderstorm broke out. The elephant went to his friend, who had a little hut at the edge of the forest, and said to him, "My dear good man, will you please let me put my trunk inside your hut to keep it out of the torrential rain?" See, usually when we start to tell a story to our kids, how do we start? We start it like, see, once upon a time, in this way we start the story, isn't it? Yes, as it is a fable, here also the story opens in a beautiful way. It is, once upon a time, an elephant made a friendship with a man. See, once upon a time what happened is, the elephant made a friendship with the man. And then, one day, a heavy thunderstorm broke out. What do you mean by thunderstorm? Thunderstorm is a storm with thunder and lightning. See, gudugu sidilu barita male anta heltivalva, that is called as thunderstorm. See, one day what happened is, a heavy thunderstorm broke out. The elephant went to his friend, who had a little hut at the edge of the forest, and said to him, see what elephant did is, it went to his friend who had a little hut at the edge of the forest. See, the man who who was a friend to elephant, he had a small hut at the edge of the forest. So when the heavy thunderstorm broke out means heavy thunderstorm started. ತುಂಬಾ ಮಳೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು. So at that time, elephant went to his friend and elephant said to man that, "My dear good man, will you please let me put my trunk inside your hut to keep it out of this torrential rain?" What do you mean by torrential rain? Torrential rain is heavy rain. ತುಂಬಾ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So I need to save my trunk. So will you please, my dear man, my dear good friend, will you please let me to put my trunk? See, trunk. ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ elephant do trunk. ಸೊಂಡಿಲು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ? Yes. Will you please let me to put my trunk inside your hut to keep it out of this torrential rain? See, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಳೆ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. So I need your help. So will you please allow me to put my trunk inside your hut? See, in this way, elephant is requesting his friend, that is man. Next, the man, seeing what situation his friend was in, replied, "My dear good elephant, my hut is very small, but there is room for your trunk and myself. Please put your trunk in gently." See, when elephant requests man to give some space, man says, man, by seeing the position, by seeing the situation of the elephant, what he replied is, "My dear good elephant, my dear friend, my hut is very small." See, my hut ಅಂದರೆ ಗುಡಿಸ್ತು ತುಂಬಾ ಪುಟ್ಟದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So man is telling, "My hut is very small, but there is a room." See, but still I have a room where you can safeguard your trunk and I myself can also take shelter in it. Please put your trunk in gently. See, please put your trunk in gently. Gently means ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿ. See, handle with care ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. See, in that way the man is telling to the elephant that please put your trunk in gently. Then what happened? The elephant thanked his friend by saying, "You have done me a good deed, and one day I shall return your kindness." See, my dear good man, see, you have done me a good deed. See, you have done me a very good favor. So one or the other day, surely I shall return your kindness. See, now usually in general talk, what we tell is, "Mukkarana vandala ಒಂದು ರೀತಿ ತೀರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ" ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. That is what the elephant is telling us. See, one or the other day, I shall return your kindness. See, the elephant is very polite and elephant is thanking to man because man helped elephant to safeguard his trunk. Next, what happened is, but what followed? But what happened next? As soon as the elephant put his trunk inside the hut, slowly he pushed his head inside and finally flung the man out in the rain, and then lay down comfortably inside his friend's hut, saying, "My dear good friend, your skin is harder than mine, and as there is not enough room for both of us, you can afford to remain in the rain while I am protecting my delicate skin from the hailstorm." See, now what is happening here? What did the elephant do? See, as soon as the elephant put his trunk inside the hut, see, as soon as the elephant put his trunk inside the hut, what he did is, he pushed his head inside. He completely pushes his head inside and he threw out the man into the rain. See, man said, "I have a room where your trunk can, I myself can take shelter comfortably." But what did the elephant did here? The elephant pushed his entire head inside the hut and flung the man out into the rain. And then what it said is, "My dear good man, your skin is harder than mine." My dear good man, see, my skin is very delicate. Your skin is harder than mine. See, dear student, do you think so? Is elephant's skin is delicate or his man's skin is harder than elephant's? See, the elephant after acquiring the entire room, what it is telling, my dear good friend, your skin is harder than mine. And as there is not enough space for both of us, you can afford to remain in the rain. See, the elephant is telling, see, the space is congested. So, I myself and you, we both can't adjust in the small room. So, you better stay in the rain and I shall protect my delicate skin from this hailstorm. What do you mean by hailstorm? Hailstorm is pillars of ice balls. Alikal Malayam hail. See, when the heavy rainfall takes place, we find the pillars of ice balls, but not every time. Very rarely we find that ice pillars, isn't it? See, that is what the elephant is telling. See, I should protect my delicate skin from the hailstorm. So, it is better you can afford standing in the rain. I shall safeguard my delicate skin. So, this is what the elephant is telling to man. And what happened? What did the man gives the reply? How did the man, what will be the man's reply here? Yes. The man, seeing what his friend had done to him, started to grumble. The animals in the nearby forest heard the noise and came to see what was the matter. All stood around listening to the heated argument between the man and his friend, the elephant. In this turmoil, the lion came along roaring and said in a loud voice, "Don't you all know that I am the king of the jungle? How dare anyone to disturb the peace of my kingdom?" See, now what happened is, the man, seeing what his friend had done to him, started to grumble. See, grumble means started to shouting. Okay, see, now the man, seeing what his friend had done to him, by seeing the reaction of the elephant, the man started to shout. So what happened is, the animal in the nearby forest, see, in the forest there were many animals. Okay, when the man started shouting against elephant, what happened is, the other animals who were in the forest, they came near the man's head by listening to the shouting. And what happened is, they all were very curious to know what was the matter, why the man is shouting on elephant. All stood around listening to the heated argument between the man and his friend, the elephant. See, all the animals stood around listening to the heated argument. See, the argument was very high. So what happened is, all the animals stood around them by listening, and they started listening to the heated argument between the man and his friend, the elephant. In this turmoil, in this situation, the elephant came along roaring and said in a loud voice. See, we know that lion is the king of the jungle, isn't it? So, by listening to the grumble, by listening to the noise, the lion came roaring in a loud voice. Lion said, "Don't you all know that I am the king of the jungle? See, don't you have sense? Don't you all know that I am the king of the jungle? How dare you all to disturb the peace of my kingdom? See, how dare you all? Who gave you the right to disturb the peace of my kingdom?" This is what the elephant is telling to the man and elephant in an authoritative voice. Next, what happened? Okay, now what happens is, on hearing this, see, when the king of the jungle, lion, enters to this matter, on hearing the lion's voice, what did the elephant did is, see, on hearing this, the elephant, who was one of the high ministers in the jungle kingdom, see, in the jungle kingdom, there is a ministry, okay. In this jungle kingdom ministry, elephant is one of the high ministers in the kingdom. Lion is the king of the jungle and elephant serves as the high ministry in the jungle kingdom. Next, what happens as you see? Elephant replied in a soothing voice. Soothing voice antandre, see, in a pleasing voice, in a very sweet voice, the elephant is replying to lion. My lord, there is no disturbance of the peace in your kingdom. My dear lord, see, it is as lion is the king of the jungle. Elephant is talking to him as my lord. See, when we talks to the higher authority, we mention as sir, or what we do is honorable. This is what we do, right? Here, elephant is telling, my lord, there is no disturbance of the peace in your kingdom. See, we are not disturbing the peace of your kingdom. See, I have only been having a little discussion with my friend. See, my friend here is a man. My friend, I was having a little discussion with my friend regarding, see, you are seeing me, I have occupied this hat. See, regarding this, I had a very small discussion. That's it. We were not doing anything. We are not disturbing the peace of the kingdom. So this is what the elephant says to the lion. And then what happens? The lion, who wanted to have peace and tranquility in his kingdom, replied in a noble voice, saying, I command my ministers to appoint a commission of inquiry to go thoroughly into this matter and report accordingly. He then turned to the man and said, you have done well by establishing friendship with my people, especially with the elephant, who is one of my honorable ministers of the state. Do not grumble anymore. Your hut is not lost to you. Wait until the sitting of my imperial commission, and then you will be given plenty of opportunity to state your case. I am sure that you will be pleased with the findings of the commission. The man was very pleased by these sweet words from the king of the jungle and innocently waited for his opportunity in the belief that naturally the hut would be returned to him. Okay, now the lion, the king of the jungle, he wanted to have peace and tranquility in his kingdom. What do you mean by peace and tranquility? Tranquility is also gives the same meaning, that is peacefulness. See, lion wanted to have peacefulness in his kingdom. So, what he said is, he replied in a noble voice, saying, I command my ministers to appoint a commission of inquiry to go thoroughly into this matter and report accordingly. See, by listening to the argument of elephant and man, what the elephant did is, in a noble voice, in an authoritative voice, see, authoritative, ತುಂಬ superior voice ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, the lion is the king of the jungle. He is the king. He has all rights to give any orders to the kingdom of the jungle. So what he is telling is, he is ordering, I command my ministers to appoint a commission of inquiry. See, he is telling that I command my ministers. See, I am commanding the ministers to appoint a commission of inquiry, to make a commission of inquiry to go thoroughly into this matter. See what has happened, who is right and who is wrong, to go into the matter in detail and to give the report accordingly. According to the matter, you need to give me the report. Okay, and then what happened? The lion turned towards the man and he says that you have done well by establishing friendship with my people, that too elephant, who is one of my honorable ministers in the state. See, in the jungle kingdom, elephant is a higher honorable minister in the lion kingdom. So lion, he turned towards man and he is telling that, do not, see, you have done well. See, you have done well by establishing your friendship. See, you have done friendship with elephant, that too honorable minister of my kingdom. You have done a very good job. Do not grumble anymore. Grumble, as I said, it is shout or not to fight. See, elephant, as lion is telling, not to fight with elephant. Your hut is not lost. You see, you have not lost your hut still. Okay, so don't grumble. Wait until the sitting of my Imperial Commission, and there you will be given plenty of opportunity to state your case. See, after setting up the Imperial Commission, even you will also given the chance to speak, and and the opportunity will be given to you also. I am sure that you will be pleased with the findings of the commission. See, I am damn sure that you will be pleased by the results given by the Imperial Commission, by the Commission of the Inquiry. The man was very pleased by this sweet words from the king of the jungle. See, when lion says these words, see, have hope, you have not lost your heart. Even after the appointing of the Commission of Inquiry, even you will be given opportunity to speak to the relevant issues at the Helidaga. Man finds very happy. He was pleased by the sweet words of the lion, and then he waited peacefully. Okay, see, innocently he waited for his opportunity in belief that his heart would be returned back to him naturally. See, by listening to the lion's words, man was waiting eagerly and with innocent. He was an innocent man. Innocently, what he did is he was waiting for his opportunity to speak about the relevant matter. But what happened? He believed that actually his heart would be returned back to him. In believing that his heart would be returned to him, he was waiting for his opportunity. Next, what happened? See, the elephant, obeying the command of his master, got busy with other ministers to appoint a commission of inquiry. The following elders of the jungle were appointed to sit in the commission. Yes, the commission is as follows: Mr. Rhinoceros, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator, the right corner Mr. Fox to act as chairman, and Mr. Leopard to act as secretary to the commission. On seeing this personnel, the man protested and asked if it was not necessary to include in this commission a member from his side. But he was told that it was impossible, since no one from his side was well enough educated to understand the intricacy of jungle law. Further, that there was nothing to fear, for the members of the commission were all men of reputed for their impartiality in justice, and as they were gentlemen chosen by God to look after the interest of raceless, adequately endowed with teeth and claws, he might rest assured that they would investigate the matter with the greatest care and report impartially. See, now what happened after Lion ordered to appoint a commission of inquiry? The elephant, to obey the command of his master, was very busy in appointing the ministers to the commission of inquiry. See, you need to observe thing that elephant, he himself got busy in appointing the commission of inquiry. Okay, now the commission of inquiry is as follows. The members of the commission, those who are taking part, see, it is as follows: Mr. Rhinoceros, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Alligator. Alligator means crocodile. Crocodile is known as alligator. The right corner, Mr. Fox to act as chairman. Please keep it in mind. This might ask in your question. See, who was appointed as the chairman of the commission of inquiry? So you need to answer it as Mr. Fox. See, Fox was appointed to act as the chairman of the Imperial Commission, and Mr. Leopard. Mr. Leopard was appointed as the secretary to the commission of inquiry. See, don't get confused. Here Fox acts as chairman to the commission of inquiry, and Mr. Leopard was appointed as the secretary to the Imperial Commission. See, by seeing this, what happened is, man protested, man opposed this commission because, see, see, in the court, in a court of law, what do is, we find lawyers, defense ministers, everybody, isn't it? Defense lawyer, we find both the side lawyers who makes argument in the court, isn't it? In front of judge, both the sides, lawyers, what they do is they argue, isn't it? But here the commission of inquiry is fixed, but nobody is from man's side. So man opposed it, and what he said is, he asked if there was not necessary to include in this commission a member from his side. See, he opposed that. See, you have appointed Mr. Rhinoceros, buffalo, fox, leopard, all are from animal side, but from man's side, who will talk? Man asked this question. So, what was their reply? See, animals, what they replied is, it is impossible. The commission of member, but they told that it was impossible. Why it is impossible? It is because nobody from man's side is well educated to understand the intricacy of the jungle law. She is telling, man, human beings, they are not so well educated as animals, and they cannot understand the intricacies, the rules and regulations of the jungle law. So it is impossible to appoint a member from your side. This is what the reply given to the man from the commission of inquiry. So what happened next? Okay, now what happens here? Further that there was nothing to fear. See, the commission of inquiry, the members, those who are taking part in the commission of inquiry, they are telling to man that not to be tensed. Because the people, the members of the commission, those who are taking part in the imperial commission, they are chosen by God, and they all are well known for the impartiality in justice. They won't do partiality in justice. Okay, they are chosen by God, and then they say that, they are chosen by God to look after the interest of raceless adequately. Adequately means good enough. They have good knowledge. Raceless, we are man and we are animal. We don't have any such intricacies here. And then what happened is, they also says that, less adequately endowed with teeth and claws. He might rest assured that they will investigate the matter with the greatest care and report impartially. Here, teeth and claws, it is an idiom. Teeth and claws, it refers to the physically fight or something with the greatest ferocity. You need not worry about it. You need not to fight with us. Rest. You be calm. Okay? Because you have faith in us. We give the report impartially. We investigate the matter truly with greatest care, and we give the report according to it. This is what the Imperial Commission, the members of the Imperial Commission give some faith to man to have belief in their result. Okay, students, I hope you have followed the lesson till now. Okay? And okay, we shall continue the next part in the next session. Thank you.